Salut à tous les amis, de retour pour la suite de notre aventure sur Burnhouse Lane. On s'est arrêté ici dans ce petit kebab, tout simplement. Et on va continuer l'aventure. Et on va aller discuter avec notre cher ami. Let's go. Ah bah bravo. Oula. Ah oui, il a faim.
Job's done. Now, how may I help you?
Is there someone in your basement?
Yes, well spotted. It's Ruby, my girlfriend. She's
Ruby.
always there.
She has quite an appetite for a girl.
I know. We're already on a third roll of meat today. Where does it all go?
So she just sits down there eating kebabs all day.
Yes, she does enjoy my doner kebab quite a bit. All my girls do. We have a strict feeding routine here that brings real results. That's what they sign up for, and that's what they get. No fooling around with bread or salad. Just a good old meat.
She's, making some strange noises.
She just gets a bit agitated when she's hungry, that's all. But now that she's fed, it should stop soon. Well, for a couple of hours anyway.
Are those chains? Is she chained to the wall?
Of course she is. Safety first. That's my motto.
You can't do that.
No, see, you don't understand. It's all mutually agreed. It's all good. She actually signed a form letting me do that. Wanna see?
Maybe later?
I know it looks a bit odd, but I've been doing this for a while, and trust me, the chains are necessary. Especially since the Destiny incident. Oh, Destiny. I'll never forgive myself for that.
Well, as long as she's okay down there.
She's more than okay. That basement is probably the safest place on Burnhouse Lane, if you ask me. That's why I don't go out so much anymore. But what do I know? Don't mind me. I'm just a guy who makes kebabs.
You mentioned someone called Destiny. Who's that?
Destiny. She was the love of my life. Lived down in the basement, same as Ruby now. But Destiny... Oh, Destiny made my heart beat like a drum. You know, boom, tada-boom, tada-boom. So special. So beautiful. So big. She was able to eat twice the meat other girls could. But then one day...
Let me guess. She ate too much and exploded.
No. She got so big and strong that one day she just smashed the hatch, climbed the fuck out, and went for me like a raging bull. I believe her intention was to consume me, like a delicious morsel. So anyway, she surely would have torn me to pieces if I hadn't crawled in the freezer to hide from her. Then she left, and I've not seen her again.
It's kind of your own fault. It's all these kebabs. I'm not surprised she'd lost her mind.
You don't understand. She loved it. She begged me to feed her. But by the end, I wasn't able to satisfy her cravings for meat anymore. It was never enough, and she was always hungry.
What do you think will happen to her now?
She roams the park nearby. I hear screaming sometimes, late at night. That's her, feeding on some unlucky passers-by. My poor darling Destiny. There's not much of humanity left in her, if any at all.
What's your name?
Darling, I'm just an ordinary kebab guy. You really want the bother of remembering my name?
Yes.
Well, you can call me Omar, but I bet you won't even remember that tomorrow. Shit, you won't even remember that in 20 minutes.
And what if I do?
Then you get one large doner kebab on the house. But really, I just don't care.
Burnhouse Lane. How did I end up here?
Judging by the smell, you crawled out of the sewer. No offense.
But I was in a house in the countryside. No cities around for miles. Just hills and fields. And then...
Listen, I don't want to be rude, but that's just none of my business. Occasionally people like you stop by this place. They always ask questions, try to understand. They say, "Where are we? Where's everyone else? Why me?" But I don't have any answers, and I'm not even interested in finding them. I'm just a kebab guy from Burnhouse Lane, and for $5.99, I'll make you a nice doner kebab. Do you want one?
I'll eat when I get home. So there are other people like me who found this place?
I see them sometimes, not very often. It's funny, but you all smell the same. No offense.
What do you mean? Smell of what?
Sickness.
Well, I'm not staying here. How do I get back?
You sure you want to go? I could put you up with Ruby. She won't mind.
That's very kind of you, but there's someone at home who I'm supposed to be watching right now, and he might get in trouble if I'm not back before dawn.
I see. Well, I won't stop you then. But hey, I just remembered something that might help you. Last week, I heard cats making noise over at the old clock museum.
And?
Cats know things we don't. They're the only ones who can slip in and out of Burnhouse Lane whenever they want.
Okay, I'll try the clock museum. How do I get there?
That's the problem, you see. You just can't get there anymore.
Why not?
Remember when I told you about Destiny? How she roams the park? Well, that's where the clock museum is. Right there on her feeding grounds.
What if I decided to go to the park? I went past it earlier. I'm pretty sure the gate was locked.
That gate's always locked, but there's a way in through the public toilets. They're right next to the park. You can take the toilet's key. There. Just bring it back later. I'll need it for the customers. And if you see Destiny, just run. She's strong, she's aggressive, but she's also clumsy. You can dodge her if you're swift enough, but if she grabs you...
I won't let her grab me.
Good. I'd be sad to see your pretty face turned into lahmacun.
Ouais, photo de ma gueule.
I guess it's time to meet my destiny.
Ok, bon. Let's go. Alors il faut retourner vers les toilettes, je crois. Ouais. Il faut contourner par les toilettes. Et clé. Ok. Ah oui. Ok. Mhm. Voilà, à mon avis, il n'y a rien à faire. On va aller à côté. Voir ce qu'il y a. C'est les mêmes clés normalement. Ouais. Ah, une sauvegarde. Sauvegarde, je la prends. Ok. Examiner la vieille lettre. C'est le gars qui s'appelle Marie. Ok. Je vais pas ouvrir, je vais pas prendre le risque. Ça se trouve, c'est la bestiole qui est là-dedans. Hein. C'est très très rouge, j'aime pas ça. J'ai l'impression qu'il y a un truc qui va nous tomber sur la tête. Bon, c'était pas si compliqué, ok. Ok.
Hello?
Y'a personne. Ah, sauvegarde. Ah, moi si je peux sauvegarder, je sauvegarde, hein, je m'en fous. Oula. Ok. Il s'est fait empaler le bordel. Hein. Ah, peut-être pour fouiller les toilettes, on va voir, on va le prendre.
Who are you? Can you let me out? Charles locked me in here. He was going to get help, but he didn't make it. She got him. She fucking ate him. Like an animal. Through this hole.
Ouh là là, les amis, je sais pas si vous avez entendu ça. Je suis en train de jouer Yellow Rush qui a pété derrière ma tête. Oh là là, c'est chaud.
Who are you?
What does it matter? I just don't want to be here anymore.
Who killed your friend?
She did this. We were in the park. It was pitch black. And then we heard those loud footsteps. And the gurgling. So we ran here. Charles was going to get help, but he never made it out. After that, I've just sat here waiting for someone to save me.
Where's the key?
Charles had it. I'm pretty sure he hid it in his chest pocket.
In that case, assuming Charles is the guy in the back room with his guts out, the key must be in his murderer's stomach. Along with Charles's liver and kidneys.
No. Shit, no. You must get it back. I can't be here anymore.
But what can I do? You want me to wait for her to shit it out? Although, on my way here, I did hear some strange noises coming from
Ouh,
the
il est dans les
toilet.
toilettes, c'est là où on a entendu le bruit là.
What if that was her?
I don't know. Just do something. Anything. Just kill her and rip the key out of her fucking stomach. I don't care.
Okay, I'll find a way. I'll be back soon. You hang in there.
Aïe aïe aïe, je le sens pas du tout là. Donc là, à mon avis, on va sauvegarder là, on sait jamais. Parce que là, à mon avis, j'en suis sûr que dès que je vais ressortir, il y a la bestiole qui va me débarquer sur la gueule. C'est sûr. Je sais pas pourquoi je le sens. je le dis. Oh putain, comment il est gros. RB en gros. Attends, appuyez RB. Hop là. Wouh! Cours, 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 cours. Ouh, purée. Oh, il y a un spray là. Ok. Attendez. Il y a des gants là. Oh, une vanne. D'accord. Je sais pas à quoi ça va me servir, mais... Ah! Bon, ça, à mon avis, ça doit être un code. Ça doit être sûrement un code qu'il faudrait que je retienne. Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a d'autre à fouiller? Moi, je pense qu'on a tout vu. Tiens, on va sauvegarder ici, comme ça on est sûr. J'essaie d'aller par là. Ah oui, il faut que j'utilise le spray, ça. T'as des gants là, tu peux les utiliser, non? Il n'y a rien dans les mains. Donc à mon avis c'est vide. On va faire la même chose avec ça. Ah! Des munitions pour pistolet. Ouh, c'est déjà intéressant ça. On va utiliser encore ça. Une horloge de chat. Ok. Je sais pas à quoi ça va me servir. Ah, c'est un trésor. Ok. J'essaie de nettoyer ce qu'il y a là. Parce que je pense qu'il y a quelque chose à nettoyer ici. Non? On va essayer de voir ce qu'il y a là. Non? Ah, il y a un truc, 72A. Burnhouse 72A. Mais où est-ce que t'as vu marqué 72A, toi? Attends. Ah, il y a une... D'accord, ok. Bon. Je pense qu'il faudra sortir et voir l'adresse 72A. Ok. Oh, oh, oh là là, oh là, oh là, oh là, oh là. Non, je me barre. Ah bah voilà, 72A. Ah, il y a l'interphone. Ah oui, ça c'est le code, je crois. On avait dit ça. Celui-là et celui-là, je crois.
This is it.
Ok. Nickel. Ok. J'imagine que c'est la dernière porte. Numéro 5. Eh oui. Ok. Oula. Une télé. Très bien. Bon, on va sauter, hein, de toute façon il n'y a pas le choix. Oula. On se casse pas la tête non plus. Oh merde! Ah! Attendez. Peut-être avec ça. Ah d'accord. Nouvel objet, très bien. Bon, on a une arme. Alors, maintenez... Et tirer. Ok, bon, ça c'est le basique. Les médocs, ouais. Ah, il y a un cadenas là. Ça c'est fait. Maintenant qu'on a une arme, je pense... Voilà. Je pense qu'on pourra maintenant tuer la seule bestiole. Qui est dans le parc. Attendez, on va prendre une sauvegarde, on sait jamais. On sait jamais s'il nous abat. Je préfère prendre une sauvegarde tout de suite. Comme ça on est sûr qu'il n'y a pas d'emmerde derrière. Voilà, on va prendre notre arme. C'est parti. Souhaitez-moi bonne chance. Oh là là. Enfin, il a fallu 8 balles pour avoir cette connerie. Ok. Ah, Omar.
Holy shit! You did it, smoking girl!
There's a key in his stomach that I need to recover.
Yes, the key. I'll get it out for you.
How?
See this knife?
But wasn't Destiny the love of your life? And now you just want to gut her like a pig?
I'm totally over her.
Didn't you say that she broke your heart when she left?
Time heals all wounds. Except those gunshot wounds you put in her, obviously. Those aren't going to heal.
Oh, shut up. Just get that key, will you?
Mhm.
Is this the key you were after?
Why? Did you find more than one key in there?
No, but I found a golden watch and I'm keeping it for myself.
I don't care. Just give me the key.
I'll see you again, smoking girl.
Bye, Omar.
Ah, you did remember it. I promised I'd give you something if you do, so here, something to remember me by.
Qu'est-ce qu'il m'a donné? Ah oui, un kebab. Il est marrant. Allez, tu sauvegardes, comme ça on est sûr. Oula! Où est-ce que j'ai atterri encore? C'est dégueulasse.
Where are you?
Oh, on dirait des boyaux. Voilà. Ouais, ouais, je crois qu'elle devient folle. Ah oui, la vanne. Mhm. Oula. 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 Ouais, c'est encore des emmerdes, ça. C'est encore des emmerdes, en plus c'est saigne. Oula. Oh, j'ai atterri chez moi, là. Il est où le téléphone?
Hello?
Hi, my name's Beth and I'm calling from Hopedale Medical Clinic. Am I talking to Angie Weather?
Yes?
Okay, that's great. You came to us last week to run some tests. The results are in, and
Are they okay?
Dr. Matthews asked if you could come in. He'll explain everything.
Wait, is something wrong? Am I ill?
We don't give out this kind of information over the phone, I'm afraid. Let's arrange a visit, shall we? Can you make it this afternoon?
Sorry, can you repeat? I can't hear you very well.
I said,
I want to help you. Draw an X on the door and come to me.
What?
Pas ça du tout.
I want to take a closer look.
Who is it? Wait a second.
J'aime pas ça du tout. Je sais pas. Peut-être en retirant ça, je sais pas. Oh! Ok, nouvel objet. Si on l'a bien entendu au téléphone, il faut que je mette ça à la croix. Voilà. Où est-ce que j'ai atterrir?
Yes.
Ah!
I think you might actually have a chance.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce truc?
I have a good feeling about you.
It's your voice I heard on the phone, isn't it? Who are you?
As you can see, I'm a cat. I used to have a lovely warm home, but one day, Andrea got sick. She came to Burnhouse Lane. I followed her, and I stayed. Where else can I go?
Who's Andrea?
She was my friend, of course. A long time ago. We both died in that fire, but I simply refused to accept it.
Why am I here?
This is where the sick come to die. Where else would you be?
Are you sick too?
No. I shouldn't really be here. But cats never obey the rules. Instead, sometimes I try to help poor souls like you. Because I know how to cure your cancer. This rotten sickness, slowly killing you from the inside. I can give you a fresh start. If you're willing to work for it, of course.
There's no cure. There's nothing they can do.
But there is something you can do, Angie. The cure's inside you. You just need to reach in and find it. But it will not be given easily. You must prove something to me first. Prove it to yourself.
I'll do it. Just tell me how.
I'll give you 5 tasks. Complete them all, and you will live. First task is to bring an evil man here, to Burnhouse Lane. You're going to meet him very soon. Don't let him lull you into a false sense of security, but make him follow you here instead. He won't come willingly, of course, so use the chalk you found to draw an X on the door. It'll take him straight to Burnhouse Lane if he walks through it. Here he will pay for his evil deeds. Go back now. A new day is coming.
But
We'll meet again soon. But now, take the door. Go back. I believe old George will need your help.
Ok. Ok, chapitre 1 terminé. Très bien. Peut-être on aurait dû faire ça chapitre par chapitre au final. Mais bon. C'est pas grave. Petit agneau mange le loup. Oula. Ok. Le chat brûlé a donné à Angie un nom spécial. Elle pourra désormais forcer une personne à dire la vérité, peu importe les circonstances. Ok. Le premier pouvoir peut être utilisé dans une conversation lorsque vous verrez les signes, peut-être une option de la dialogue. Ok. Néanmoins, Angie ne peut utiliser ce pouvoir qu'une seule fois par jour. Ok. Vous pouvez voir le statut du pouvoir, le chat dans l'inventaire. Ok. Très bien. Pensez quelqu'un dire la vérité, d'accord. Usage une fois. Ok. Bon, on va sauvegarder notre partie déjà pour commencer. Ce sera déjà bien. C'est vrai que j'aurais dû peut-être faire ça chapitre par chapitre, mais bon, c'est pas grave. On avance. Et on verra ce qui se passe. Alors. Voilà, c'est toujours l'endroit où je suis. Où est-ce qu'on peut aller maintenant? Là, c'est là où il y avait le chat.
George?
Oh, il est plus là. C'est bizarre ça. J'essaie d'aller en bas. Hein. Où est-ce qu'il peut être? On va essayer d'aller par là. Oh, il est plus là non plus. Attends. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Oh, c'est qui lui?
Morning, dear. Looking for Joyce. Joyce! I need to talk to her rather urgently. Is she around?
Who are you?
Oh, you're not from around here, are you? How exciting. An outsider. We don't get a lot of outsiders around here. I'm Father Rob Collins. Lovely to meet you.
Ah, le père.
And you were. Hi.
So, where's Joyce? Joyce! Can I talk to you for a minute?
Who's Joyce?
You know, Joyce Garland. She's got this, punk rocker look. Red hair on top, bold on the sides. Lots of piercings everywhere. She looks after old George.
Oh, the carer. Why didn't you just say so? Yeah, she's not here. Was in a car accident, apparently. Broke a leg, I think. I'm here covering for her while she gets better, but it might take her a few weeks before she's able to work again.
Oh, no. No. This is just not good at all.
Do you want a cup of coffee?
Coffee? No, I don't want no bloody coffee.
Okay, only asking.
Il est vénère, lui.
This is just dreadful. This house has fallen on hard times indeed.
What did you want from Joyce?
I'm afraid I'm not allowed to talk about it. I'm sure you understand that what's said in the confessional stays in the confessional.
But go on. I won't tell anyone.
Well, in that case, okay. I just wanted to buy some of those special herbs from her. She's been growing them underground in her secret place.
Ah,
She wouldn't show
Trafic de
you
drogue ou quoi?
where. Only she knows.
Oh. Okay, I get it. You're looking to buy some pot.
Sorry, just felt a little dizzy. My head's all funny.
Take a deep breath, and you'll be fine.
What?
Trust me, I'm a nurse.
What were we talking about?
Morning, nurse. Morning, father.
What? Another one? Who are you, and how did you get in?
That's just Kieran. Don't mind him. He lives on the farm and does the sheep. Quite literally, I've heard people say.
Don't listen to that fool, nurse. He just likes to bully people, he does.
Well, you're Welsh, right? And I've seen you around sheep.
I'm a bloody shepherd. Of course I'm around sheep. We look after them.
These poor creatures look absolutely terrified every time you get near them.
That's exactly what I thought last time I came to your Sunday Mass, father.
And when was that, Kieran? 10 years ago? 20?
Stop bickering, you two.
Faut que je fasse attention parce que les choix indiquent ce qui va se passer après.
Well,
Mais bon.
I was on my way to the sheep pen to feed my sheep, not do anything horrible, right? So I'm walking through the east yard towards the house. I'm not too happy, because it's absolutely pissing with rain out there, and I can already feel I have water in my boots. But then that's what I see. Poor old George is sitting right on top of the barn. I called out to him, I said, come on down, mate, you're gonna fall. But he just blanked me. So I thought I can't deal with this. Because, really, I'm just here to look after the sheep. Crazy old people away about
Il a un
my
petit côté un peu
baby.
asiatique, j'ai l'impression, lui.
Shit.
Je sais pas,
Is
peut-être
it
je me
your
trompe.
responsibility to keep an eye on George at all times, nurse?
Leave me to the barn, Kieran. I'll deal with this.
Let's all go. By the sound of it, this situation may call for some divine intervention.
Ok.
Bloody rain.
And the rain fell, and floods came, and winds blew and beat on that house. But it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock.
C'est lui qui devait nous ouvrir la porte. Ok. Oh là, où est-ce qu'on va là?
Up there.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fout là-haut, lui?
Fuck.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fout là-haut, celui-là?
Sorry. But why would he go up there?
Why don't you tell us? You're the caretaker.
George! Come down, for goodness sake!
See? Nobody listens to you, mate. And neither does George.
He probably can't hear me from up there.
Father Rob, any ideas?
I wish the Almighty gave us angels' wings at times like this.
Bon, je crois que c'est moi qui vais me coltiner jusqu'à aller là-haut. Hein.
To the next best thing.
Which is?
I'll pray for his safety, dear.
I guess it's better than nothing. Has George done this before?
I wouldn't know. I usually stay with the sheep. I swear, if you call me a bloody sheepshagger once more...
Well, I've not called you anything. But you know what they say, Kieran. There's no smoke without fire.
Are you any good at climbing, Kieran?
Oh no, I ain't going up there, nurse. I'm sorry. The planks are all rotten through. And those ladders? Well, they weren't built for a man of my stature.
For your weight.
Can you just bugger off? I don't even eat much. I've got a fat gene from my mother. That makes my agility a wee low. So what?
Oh, I've seen you step dancing at the village fest. No fat gene hindering you there.
C'est valable qu'une fois le truc là-haut, donc ça sert à rien.
Fine.
Le pouvoir.
Last thing we need is you getting stuck on the roof as well. This is one tall barn.
It's very old, too. George told me that his father built it back in the 50s.
Great. That'll make climbing it even more exciting.
I wonder if you can see my church from up there.
Why don't you climb it and find out?
Well, I'm not that curious.
We're both useless. I'll get him.
Good. That's what Joyce would do.
Be careful up there.
Ouais, comme par hasard, c'est moi qui vais me coltiner. Ok. Ah merde! Ah bah bravo!
Hey, lady! You trying to kill me? Did you see that? This metal rod almost impaled me.
Je pense que je vais aller de l'autre côté par là alors. Ça fait bizarre de l'avoir comme ça. Je peux rien faire par là. Y'a pas un truc par là? Peut-être pousser ça, non? Non. Ah oui, merde. Bon. Parce que je vois pas... Il y a rien par là. Ah mais attendez, j'ai un flingue, non? Est-ce qu'il est toujours possible le flingue? Ah non, j'ai plus de flingue, merde. Ouais. Comment je pourrais faire? On va faire. On va utiliser ça. Je pense que ça va être la même. Au.
Can you please give us a word of warning before you start dropping heavy objects from up there? I mean, it's a close one this time.
Mind your heads down there. It's about to rain potatoes.
Ah ouais. Une pluie de patates. Allez hop. Allez, on va pousser ça. Voilà. Et on passe de l'autre côté. Bon, normalement cette fois-ci on peut passer et aller sur le toit pour aller discuter avec Mystère. Je sais pas comment il est monté jusqu'à là-haut lui. Bah alors? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait là? Qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait lui dire?
Are you out of your mind, George? Getting soaked in the rain like that. That's chest infection at best, and a broken neck too if you slip and fall.
You don't get it, do you? Go away.
I'm sorry. I'm just worried that you'll fall down and hurt yourself. We wouldn't want that, would we?
Don't you worry about me. I'll be alright.
Come on, mate, let's get you out of here.
No, thank you.
It's wet, it's cold, and you can slide down any second and fall to your death.
I'm fine where I am here. Thank you.
Shall I make you a nice cup of tea?
Oh, I'd love a nice cup of tea.
Yeah? Well, let's get inside then, shall we?
You go ahead. Put the kettle. I'll stay here a wee bit longer, I think.
Il est sérieux lui?
What are you even doing up here, George? I don't get it.
Well, you wouldn't.
Enlighten me then. Tell me, please, what's so bloody special about this roof?
You see folk, always in a hurry, always rushing somewhere.
That's because my time's running out, George. Like, all of it.
So's mine, dear.
Do you mind if I sit down with you?
You sure? You'll get a wet bum.
It doesn't matter. I'm soaked through already. Tell me a story, George.
You don't want to hear it?
Yes, I do. Tell me about your life here. What was it like?
Well, I've had a very good life on this farm, but it took me a while to realise that. When I was young, I wanted to go out there and see the America that I knew from the movies, see the Wild West for myself, but I never did. It used to be my father's farm, and when he passed away, he left it to me. He was an angry man, always shouted at people. Anyway, I was convinced I'd follow in his footsteps and live a mediocre life I never wanted, until something happened. It was the 4th of September, 2 years after Dad had passed away. I was on my tractor, heading up the hill to mend the fence, when I heard a crash. I stopped suddenly. I got off, and I saw this bicycle, all crumpled up, sticking out right from under the tractor's front wheel. And I saw a lady's foot. I had no idea at the time that 6 months later I would marry that foot and its owner, and that it would be the love of my life. Penny was her name. She was a new vet in town, and the most gorgeous woman I'd ever laid eyes on. I picked her up in my arms, my heart racing, ready to rush her into hospital. But she just smiled and said, "Are you George Taylor? Or you have a sheep that's poorly?" Would you believe she was more concerned about the sheep than herself? Bless her. She really loved animals more than anything. Luckily, she wasn't nearly as damaged as her bicycle. Just a couple of scratches and a sprained ankle, which was quite extraordinary, considering she'd been hit by a bloody tractor. I waited for her, with a bouquet of flowers in my right hand, and a box of chocolates in my left, right outside the hospital. We both knew that this was meant to be. My lovely darling Penny. I tell you, she turned my life upside down. The farm that I despised so much finally became a home. All of a sudden I couldn't care less about Wild West and the cowboys. Penny opened a veterinary clinic here. Then Sarah was born and we started a family. Life was good. But good lives don't last forever. They're always followed by the dark times. There was an accident one day. We had a lot more horses here back then. There was this one bad stallion, Derek he was called, nasty old thing. I had jumped and kicked Penny suddenly while she were giving it injections, and she just flew and hit her head on the wall. She didn't die straight away. I was in the hospital with her for 3 days, watching the life slowly drain away. She was only 42. That's too young to go. Too young.
Eh ben, quelle histoire.
But hey, look at me rambling on. Oh, I didn't mean to bore you with my old man's stories. See you back at the house, dear.
What the hell? Il sait rien, lui. Il sautait comme ça, le vieillard. Ah mais dis donc. Il est trop fort, ce mec. Ah mais dis donc. Bon. Je pense qu'on va bientôt s'arrêter là, hein.
That's a nice cup of tea.
It'll warm you up, George. You'll be alright.
Of course he'll be alright. He's a tough bloke. He wrestled bears and punched wolves back in his days. Isn't that right, George?
Oh, we don't know about the bears, Kieran.
Why are you here, Kieran?
What do you mean? I live here.
Not in this house.
C'est fou là,
But
la
I've
bestiole.
known George for a long time. We're all pals. He doesn't mind. You don't mind, do you, George?
Oh, I don't mind, Kieran.
Well, if George doesn't mind, then neither do I guess. You can stay. I mean, as long as you don't sneak up on people, or, like, murder me.
I won't murder you. Nah. Too much trouble getting rid of the body. Besides, let's just be friends, for George's sake.
Fair enough. I'm not looking for enemies.
I tell you what, I'll cook dinner for everyone first, and then we'll shoot some bottles. How about that?
Oh, so you can cook too?
Hell yeah, I can. I make a smashing roast lamb with Brussels sprouts and mint sauce and all. George loves it, but there's no oven in my caravan, so I'd have to cook here.
I don't know, Kieran.
I think we could all use a proper meal after a morning like this. But I'm gonna need some cooking wine. I doubt there's any here. George has always been a sherry kind of guy.
Someone say sherry?
There's a bottle of red in my caravan. Could you get it for me, please?
Why can't you get it yourself?
A dinner like this is a lot of work. I'll never make it on time if I don't get started on the vegetables straight away. Plus, the old leg's hurting, like a son of a bitch. And you'll be walking that way anyway. Joyce always does, this time of day.
To do what?
To feed Richard some carrots.
Richard?
The horse. He lives in the box just outside the big barn.
Carrots, you say? You sure Richard's not a rabbit?
All horses love carrots. Don't you know that?
Yeah, sure. Of course I knew that.
You go in then, because I'm sure Richard's starving.
Richard. That must be the worst horse name I've ever heard.
Well, I always say he should be called Vicious instead.
Why's that? Does he bite?
We have a love-hate relationship, me and Richard. Every time I pass by his box, he looks like he'd love to rip my head off and kick it like a football.
A horse playing football. Now that would be a sight to behold. Have you had your breakfast yet? Because you can have this doner kebab if you want.
Oh, nice. You sure you don't want it?
I'm sure. Yes.
All right. Nice. This will keep me going until dinner. Cheers, nurse.
I'll go then. Anything else I should do while I'm there? Milk the cows? Harvest the crops?
No. Just get the wine and give Richard some carrots so he can love you forever.
Okay. But you better watch George while I'm gone.
I won't let him out of my sight, nurse.
Ok. Bon.
What are you even doing here? Are you deaf? That man's gonna turn you into dinner. Run!
We're not eating Midge. There's lamb meat in the freezer, silly.
Oh. Right. Then, I guess you can relax, Midge. Just don't look in the freezer.
Bon les amis, je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là déjà. On va essayer de retourner... Ah non, désolé. On va retourner dans la chambre pour faire une petite sauvegarde, je pense. Non, c'est pas là. Et on va s'arrêter là, parce que là, la vidéo, je pense qu'elle va devenir beaucoup trop longue. Allez. La pièce, je crois qu'elle est là. Allez les amis, j'espère que ça vous a plu, cette partie de Burnhouse Lane. N'hésitez pas à liker, partager et abonnez-vous. Et on se retrouvera pour la 3e partie de l'aventure. À la prochaine. Ciao, bye bye.